Morning, Jim. Morning, Andrew, or afternoon, I guess, for some of you. You guys are all East West Coast with me, so it's still morning. Andrew, give me your guess before you go. If you gotta, I know you're busy working today. My wife reminded me my son has volleyball league tonight, so it was gonna be a little bit later, and I was like, oh crap. And so she's off to the hospital to deal with the social worker part because she's more patient than I am. So Milrow, heck yeah, that'd be sick, dude. Jim, you want to give me yours too? I'm gonna let's see here. You got Dolphins today and Rams, so you're gonna go with like. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Glad to have you back with us too today, Roy. Uh, give me your guess for an auto two when you get a chance, Roy. Let's see, is Jim gonna go with like Ewers, or is he gonna go for one of the ones out of the big box and go for Tyreek or something? So that's what I'm trying to guess now. See where Jim goes. And Roy, yeah, I don't. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Kyle Williams and Travion are your best bets, probably. Tyreek, okay. Reek. Reek. So I'm going to do a little something different this time. Depending on what comes out of these boxes, it depends on how big the extra is going to be. No matter what, you're going to get a fat pack. And then if for some reason this is too much NIL, which is good for Tony but bad for the rest of us, then we're going to throw other stuff in up to another mega. So depending on what we end up pulling out of here. Okay, let's make sure I got everybody invited. Links. Okay. There's George. All right. She's doing okay. Not great, but thank you for asking. Yeah, she's got dementia and she's got other health problems and she fell again yesterday and then thank you, Scotty. One hospital denied her and the ambulance is like, what the heck? What do you mean? So then we ended up taking her to another hospital. It was super weird. So and dealing with insurance and Medicaid and everything else. So anyway, I was there for I don't know, like 6-7 hours yesterday and just kind of keeping her comfort, kind of advocating for her to get her some help because she's starting to like not sure what's going on all the time. So thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Tony, do you want me to message you back when we get to these boxes? Because otherwise it's kind of tough. But thank you guys for all the kind words. You guys are all so sweet. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I was telling my wife like that. It starts to becoming like a family with all the people in here reaching out and everything. Thank you, George. Appreciate it. Okay, I can try and shoot you a text when we get to the good stuff, Tony. I know it's kind of you don't want to sit here and watch like some sweet Broncos come out and you're all sad. So, but Tony, George, Scott, if you guys want to send me your guesses for an auto, too, when you get a chance, appreciate you all. Tet, all right, that'd be pretty sweet. Might be rookie of the year. I voted for Tyler Shuck because I thought what he did in like 7 games and had almost the same stats as Jackson Dart. So I know I like Tyler Shuck. He looks so good. I've never been a Saints fan, but I find myself rooting for that kid. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it, buddy. I'm sorry you're going through it too. It's tough. Yeah, it is. It sucks. Sucks for anybody having to go through it. It's just unnatural. My wife gets mad at me, but I told her once I hit 70, it's nothing but alcohol and fast food because I just want to go fast. I want to go out with a bang. Heart attack. I don't want to. I lost my dad way too young, um, but it was better than having to go through what I'm going through with my mom. So I got to. My work is calling me for 1 second. I apologize, guys. I'll be right back. I got to take this call. So I requested one last year. Oh, so sorry, guys. My apologies. I hate having to step away like that. Yeah, when work calls though, you got to answer. Oh, okay. Oh, Milrow was already claimed. Sorry, Scotty. Ty Simpson. There we go. That's a good one. Sure, I didn't miss anybody else. Scotty, if you could guess a different one, Doug Heffernan. No kidding. That show was very popular when I first started driving. Man, all my friends were giving me a bad time. Hosby going Malachi Starks. And let's see who else commented that I haven't gotten. Oh, Will Howard. Good one. I like that. It was a pretty funny show for sure. Patton Oswald is great in it too. And Pat Bryant. Okay, thank you, Glidden. I thought we might have Bellinger and Latimer in here today. Latimer closing us up and then gave a couple teams to his buddy because they're trading back and forth. So that was super nice. So glad to have both of you guys back here. Let me go through ownership right now as people are popping in. Appreciate you guys taking the time to hop in with us. And Tony, I will do my best to message you when we jump over to the hobbies. Okay. Matt Bellinger from Ryan Latimer ended up with the Cardinals, Falcons, and Texans. Hosby on his Ravens. Billy Hines, welcome back, brother. He's on the Bills. He beat Joe by a split second. George Sweeting on the Panthers this time. Only one team for you, George. Hopefully you make it. Greg Reese picking up 3 this time, going Bears, Eagles, and there's one more. Who else did you get, Greg? Brownies. That's right. Pete on the Bengals missed his jag, so he hopped on a team. Thank you very much, Pete. Struble on the Cowboys. Ben Harbor. It's been over a year. Thanks for hopping in, man. He's on the Broncos. Carl Gallagher on his Lions. Joe Desky going Packers, Chargers, Vikings, Colts, and Steelers. Harold Lambus on the Jags. Nick Hammers from Hammers hits on the Chiefs. He dropped a prism break. Decent amount of good teams left. If you want to hop over to Hammers Hits, Nick does a great job. He's got like a half case or 20 boxes of prism. So if you're in the mood to get your prism on, we'll get a little preview with the box we have today. So Harlan Benner on the Raiders. Jim Jennings on his 2 teams, Rams and Dolphins. Royal Reagan, it's been a while for you too. Thanks for hopping in, buddy. He's on the Patriots. Vanover missed his Colts, so he's going a little shuck hunting on the Saints. Brian Latari from Blinky's box breaks on the Giants. He dropped a huge break last night with a bunch of Prism and Donruss also. Oh, no, Optic and Donruss. So if you're interested in some Optic, he just got that. Mine, I don't have any coming in yet. And then we got Latimer on the Jets. Let's see, Jets, Buccaneers, and Commanders for Ryan Latimer. Josh Hammer on the Niners. Andrew there on his Seahawks. Chris Glidden picking up the Titans since he missed the Dolphins. And then Tony Tito on the NIL. All right. Thanks you guys again for your patience as we get going. Apologize about the phone call. Our product today. We got 3 blasters. We got a Winter, a Prism, and a Mosaic. So we're going to start probably with the Mosaic because the Phoenix will get us our first numbered. Prism will save for a minute, and then we got 4 Megas. We got a Target and a Walmart, both the different parallels coming out of the Donruss. And then we did the same thing with the Megas, which is kind of fun to see the parallels. So we got the Mosaic Mega from Walmart and the Mosaic from Target. So different colored parallels. We got the purple and the yellow. So I always enjoy getting some variety. And then we got our 2 hobbies, which are kind of, this one has 5 numbered cards. And then 1 auto every 2 boxes. So no guarantee auto, but 1 out of every 2. And then we have these Home for the Holidays, 1 per case. And then we're looking for the duels too, which is a pretty cool checklist, with Burrow and Josh Allen, Drew Brees. Like, there's some cool names on here for sure. So, and then same with this mythical one is like obviously a lot of NIL, which that's why the NIL was so expensive because there's going to be a lot of NIL coming out. But 2 mythical, which we're hoping obviously you get a Breeze, you get Bo Jackson, Justin Jefferson. There's some big names coming out of here possibly. So should be fun rips either way. So we're going to do our our last card prizes not in those boxes. We're going to do it out of something else. We'll figure that out along the way. It's kind of too hard with the NIL stuff and pretty high chance of NIL. And so here's the promise I said earlier. We're going to have our extra. It's going to be just a fat pack for now. But depending on how much NIL comes out, which is good for Tony, bad for everybody else, they're going to open more product. So if we get, let's say, more than half of the autos are NIL, we're going to open a Mega. If only a third of the autos are NIL, that will open a blaster extra. So that's kind of what I figured today, to try and make it more fair for everybody. That way Tony can hook up too. So, all right. So we always start with something that's not part of it. So our first prize is going to be the first card that comes out of the old Score a Treat. Thanks you guys again. Once again, anybody coming in late, give me your guesses for an auto, whether if it's Ryan or Matt or Ben or Carl or Greg or Giuseppe. Any of you guys coming in late? I didn't see a comment from you. Harlan, let me know, okay? Billy. First card out is a Viking. I think that's Giuseppe, isn't it? Yep, Joe Desky getting the first card. A little old school Fran Tarkenton. Vita Vea, and our rookie is another Viking, Donovan Jackson for the Vikings. So double the Vikings, double the fun. And how's everybody doing this morning anyway? It's a Friday, got a busy weekend. This week's going to be a little interesting. We have a card show next weekend. So break's going to be a little thin probably next week. I got baseball we're going to drop next. Select baseball with some other goodies. George, you got an addiction, dude. So yeah, next week is going to be a little thin for breaks. So let's jump right into Mosaic. So I got to roll the dice for Joe. My bad. 6 times 3 is 18. So the good news for you guys, whatever doesn't sell in the card show, a lot of those cards will end up in the prize box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Or maybe that's not good. Maybe it's bad for you. I don't know. All right. A yellow parallel Daniel Jones rookie card out of Leaf Draft. So it's the yellow parallel. So Joe Desky picking up that bad boy. I think it's location, George. It's a launching point, I guess. I don't know. I try not to get involved in politics because I feel like it'll drive you crazy if you allow yourself. Right now, it's a crazy upside-down world. I think everybody's feeling a little confused on how things are going and why. So just in here, we're just going to try and treat each other good and not get too angry about either side, hopefully, because there's a lot of emotions out there right now, both sides. But Greenland seems a little crazy. I did like Jimmy Fallon's comment the other day. He said, how come Trump can't just go on Zillow and dream about other places to live like the rest of us? I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, if you're going to pick, I feel like Iceland's way cooler than Greenland, but security tags. We got 2, 4, 6. I think I'd take Greenland over North Korea. That's for sure. It does look beautiful. I think they do have a lot of natural resources there. Venezuela makes sense. At least there's a lot of oil in Venezuela. Okay, I do love Mosaic. I'm excited for Prism, and I like Optic a lot, but Optics all depends on how much you like the Donruss product. This year's Donruss is pretty good. Some years Donruss is just okay, so therefore the Optics just okay. But this year's Donruss isn't my favorite either. So I mean, it's okay. It's not, but like Mosaic and Prism just always look so nice. And as far as a hobby box, I'm hoping to get an Optic and Prism hobby box. Man, it's hard when they're $1,000 a piece. So, because then I have to charge, $150 for the big teams and $50 for the small teams and $75 for the mid, and so it's tough for you guys because it's financially a lot. So we'll have to decide if it's worth it or not. All right, Darnell Mooney, Burden coming out first. Bear for Greg. Tyleek Williams coming out for the Lions and Carl Nice. Monra, Josie Jewell, Chuba, Derrick Henry, and Travis Hunter. Bing, bang, boom. Coming out for Hare Lambus right away. So, but I'm sure you guys understand that. Those big hobby boxes are fun, but man, it's such a difficult time knowing if you're going to get your money back. And to make it so everybody gets some cards, I feel like I got to throw in like score or something low end just to make sure everybody gets a prize, get some cards out of the deal. first burden. Our first hunter coming out. Nice. That's a good start. That's a good box. Let's go ahead and do this guy right now. We got a chrome Kyle Van Noy coming out for George. It's crazy. And I don't know if Panini's going to make it better because I keep seeing the prices of all the friggin' Panini basketball products, and it's driving me insane how much they charge for stuff. And I'll be honest, I think their cards look like crap in comparison. Like, I mean, Topps Chrome looks nice, don't get me wrong, but like, Mosaic, Prism, and Optic look so much better than almost every Topps product that they've made so far, in my opinion. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe you feel differently. All right, Kurt Warner. Bang, another Travis Hunter. Christian McCaffrey. Big Ben. Prather. True Mosaic Silver. Okonkwo coming out for Glidden. And then Drizzy Drake London, excuse me. So who's got big plans this weekend? Anything fun? I mean, obviously we got football this weekend. Pretty stoked about that. I know some of you got your teams coming on. Yeah, that's the hard part. Let's see. I mean, I've got Seahawks plans tomorrow night. That's what we're doing. Getting together with friends and watching the game. Oh, awesome, Andrew. That's a good day. Hopefully it's a great day. Now, Tony's a big Broncos fan. Let's see who else we got. Pete's a big Jags already lost. Sorry, Pete. Joe's a big Bills fan. And so is Billy. Let's see who else we got left in here. Latimer's Patriots, and so are Roy and Harlan. So a decent amount of Patriots fans in here. And then Josh is a Niners fan. I think that covers most everybody that's left in it. So everybody else that doesn't have your team in it, who are you guys rooting for? George. Khalil Shakir, Kyron Williams, Gabe Davis, Kyle Van Noy, bang, out of Brian Branch, and a Kid Reporter. Bliss Bills. All right. I know nothing against you, Tony, or any other Broncos fans. Growing up, John Elway ruined so many of my childhood because of the Seahawks fan. So I can't root for the Broncos anyway, but I do love the Bills. I like the Texans, but I like the Patriots too. So I'm torn there. Texans defense scares me though. Their defense is so good. Jack Beck, Robert Brazil, Stafford, he's scary too, and then Dylan Sampson. Oh, you're right. Sorry, Jim. I forgot. I was looking through the names. Forgot you. Says you have to root for the Patriots, Scotty. I don't like to count that I only count you as a Dolphins fan, so we're not enemies, okay, Jim? That's why I don't count you as a Rams fan. I don't want us to be enemies, so it's just easier for me to pretend that you're just only a Dolphins fan. All right, George Pickens. Notoriety on the Jalen Hurts. Nice. Nico Collins and Jake Ferguson. I don't know if I did talk about the Jack Beck, but for the Raiders and Heartland. Pickens for the Cowboys. Strooby Dooby Doo. I kind of like the Notoriety set. It's kind of a fun one. Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? They looked good last year. I think they'll bounce back. They had a tough schedule this year, and then Jaden got hurt. So that's a tough one for you, George. Baker Mayfield, Joe Namath, Drake May on a True Mosaic. Nice card there. Travis Hunter on a pink. Wow. Mike Haralambous starting off on a bang. And then Cole Kmet England and Devin Hester. So Patriots are eating a lot and eating early. A little. Not Patriots, I'm sorry, Jags. Patriots, a little bit for Roy here. Yeah, you guys had a tough schedule. I do think the the Commanders are still going to be good. Like the pink parallel. That's a nice looking card. Not numbered, but the nice pink parallel coming out. For Mr. Haralambous. Well done. You hear me slurping every few minutes. I did get myself a coffee on the way back after dropping kiddos today and going card hunting. My son asked me to go look for Pokemon. Wasn't nothing. So, all right. I love these boxes. 3 numbered every box. They're to me one of the best deals in all of sports cards right now. They're so fun to rip. 3 numbered, and then like Scotty told me, you got like a number to 10 and an auto. Like the last year's Phoenix boxes were just straight crap. So these holiday ones are awesome. So looking for the ultra rare Phoenician. So I wonder if the color blasts aren't in these. Let's see here. Oh, they are. Yeah, they still have them. So I haven't seen a color blast pulled yet myself. So Andrew's got a great weekend. Golf, and man, people are like, golf in Seattle. Yeah, the weather has been crazy. This Northwest, we haven't had a winter yet. We had like a month of rain, but we haven't had winter yet. So 2, 4, 6. Well, the rest of the country is just getting dumped on. We've had hardly anything. It's kind of ridiculous. So our ski resorts might have to close again. So we're going to go pack by pack until we get our first numbered, and then we'll open the rest. All right, Jordan Watkins, Swift, Mixon, and Thomas. That's what I saw. Like they were talking, like Dan Patrick yesterday was like, "Oh, I'm sure it'll be raining in Seattle," and actually they're like, "Actually, no, it looks nice." All right, Will Howard coming up for the Steelers, Calvin Ridley, Herbie, and Braylon Allen. I guess we're gonna go another pack. All right, Billy, what's up, brother? Oof, that sounds rough. Kenneth Grant, there we go. A little snowflake. Keem Nicks going out to Blinky, not numbered though. Chuba and Brock Purdy. So I'm going to get these guys cleaned up. A little snowflake parallel. That means in theory, the next 3 packs should all have a numbered card, which is rare. I haven't seen it like that. Thank you for your guess, Billy. Hope you're doing well. You were fast yesterday. Now, Jim, you might know for sure, but I feel like if we pull Dickerson, I feel like he was split equally between the Colts and Rams, or was it Falk? One of them was equal. Jordan Watkins, not familiar with him either. 4th round pick, huh? And then a little Will Howard action. Because if that's the case, we'd have to do a dry stock if we happen to pull an auto or numbered of his. I meant to look that up this morning. I had to kind of run it everywhere. So TJ Sanders. That's what I was going to say. If it doesn't have a team assigned, I'd have to probably dice drop between the 2. And I think Falk was longer with the Rams, but I think Dickerson was equal, but I could be wrong. TJ Sanders coming out for the Bills and Billy, and then we got a Contours Ashton Genty Silver. That's gorgeous. Eckler and Trent McDuffie. Here I talk about great these boxes, and we're not going to even get our 3rd numbered. That's a nice looking Ashton Genty, though, going out to Harlan. Billy getting the TJ Sanders rookie. Ben getting a Baron, and then our first number is Hunter Henry of the Patriots. So, Roy, if you're still here, if you want to give me 2 numbers, Hunter Henry, and he's going to be numbered to 299. And Baker and Ahmad Rashad. Oh, yeah. NBA inside stuff. Oh, I see. You're right. So that silver would count. You're right. So that silver Ashton Genty would definitely count. And probably the snowflake, too. I've gotten 3 numbered in each one, Scotty, so I didn't even think about that. So Ben picking up the Jade Baron. I'm sure he's looking for some RJ Harvey and other goodies. So we'll give Roy a few minutes, see if he's still here with us. He might be busy doing other things. It's that time of day. Most of the country's still working unless you're a slacker like me. All right, Ollie coming out for Jim. Another snowflake not numbered, also Jalen Johnson. And then Montgomery and Trucker. So, yeah, I've gotten 3 numbered in each box so far except for this one. That's crazy. too funny. See, I talk praises, and then it comes over and it's like, oh yeah, just kidding, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay. Yeah, every box I've opened has had 3 numbered, and I had 3 numbered and a snowflake in one, so interesting. Oh well, it's still better than most average blasters, especially for the price point. I think it's what, 25 a box, which is great. Okay, so we're gonna jump. The hills are alive with the sound of music. This should get us our first patch or auto. We haven't gotten an auto out of the Donruss Mega yet, so hopefully this is the one. We'll give Roy just a few more minutes. If he pops in here, he might be had to go do some stuff. If not, we'll roll the dice for him. Has anybody got an auto one of these yet? They're supposed to, I think, one every 6 boxes, but the odds have not been that good for me yet. Empty box. Two, 4, 6. Okay. But pretty sick if we got an auto. All right, anybody else got some fun plans this weekend? George said he's rooting for the Bills and the Texans. I'm rooting for Bills, Patriots, obviously Seahawks, and Bears because I'm scared of the Rams. I'll freely admit it. I was rooting so hard for the Panthers last weekend. I was like, heck yeah, please, please. I was glad that, I mean, I like the Eagles, actually. I kind of like their team, even though they frustrate me. But in reality, I was kind of glad the Niners won because I'd rather play the Niners than the Rams, especially without Kittle, because that's the guy that always beats the Seahawks. I'm sad for Kittle because he's one of my favorite players to watch play. He's probably my favorite Niner player there's ever been because he's just so fun to watch. All right, here we go. Tyler Algier, David Njoku. First green is Troy Franklin going out to Ben. Will Campbell going out to them Patriots and Roy. Ooh, there we go, Chris. Red hot rookies. Cam Ward, Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson, and our first pink Colston Loveland coming out for Greg. Nice. Nice. Listen to Ross Tucker too much. If you haven't listened to Ross Tucker, he's so entertaining. He's one of my favorite guys. He does games and then he has his own podcast and guests other web places. But yeah, he's so fun to listen to. Meathead James Vanderbeek. All right, let's keep it going. Production line on the Herbert and Ladd McConkey. Nice one there for the Chargers. And Giuseppe. Xavier Legette. I mean, I thought he would blow up this year. Jonathan Taylor, Jerome Ford, Tyler Shuck. Here we go. Ashton Genty on a green. Gorgeous card there. Then we got a Shador coming out on the rookies. Jerry Jeudy and Jared Verse. Bing, bang, boom. Nice little start. Nice box. Love get a little Shuck action. Ladd and Herbie did not get much production last week the way that Texas defense had them. Or no, Patriots defense had them running for their lives. Just getting started, but these both came out right away. So you got a beautiful pink optic Loveland so far, and then we just pulled a Shador. So our first one, we're just getting going right now. You want to give me your guess for an auto, Greg? Bravo. So far, we got a green Genty and a pink Travis Hunter, too. So it's going to be a good break so far for retail. We got a pink Jack Beck coming out. Jeff Garcia, DK Metcalf, Jim Kelly, Jamar Chase, A green A-chain going out for Jim. James Pierce Jr. for the Falcons and Matt. We got a McCaffrey on the Gridiron Kings. Nice one there for Josh. And then Tet on the old school Donruss card. Always love the looks of these, the throwbacks. A nice one there for George. Cook and Leonard Williams, Big Cat. Bo Bichette. So you can burn it. This is all football. I don't think we're going to get any Bo Bichette. When we do baseball, you can guess Bo Bichette. I mean, I guess you can guess it. I guess we did have once. We had bought a box and they filled it full of the wrong sports. So it was a repacked pack I bought from David Adams once years ago. Okay, let's keep it going. Wandale, Rashid Shaheed, CeeDee Lamb, Rex Grossman, Caleb Johnson for the Steelers. We have a green Giddens going out to the Colts, and Giuseppe. Legend Series Rodney Harrison for the Patriots, and Roy, nice one there. Blake Group, Derrick Henry, and a pink Quinshon Judkins. So a nice pink Judkins going along with your Shador. Breezy, okay. That's a good guess too. I think Vanover would be pretty stoked if we pulled a Breeze auto. Okay, Zach Bond, Steven Jackson, Kid Reporter, T. Higgins, James Lofton, Andrew Makuba, Terrence Ferguson on a green going out to Jim, Eric Ayamanor. No, sorry, it's Alec. I kept saying Eric. Alec Ayamanor, Michael Pittman, and Xavier Worthy. I'd been saying that wrong for the last 3 months. My apologies to Alec. I guess I've never met anybody named Alec or Elic, so that's my bad. So nice one here going out. He actually played pretty well. Him and Jamari DK both played pretty good for the Titans. All right, for the Niners, Josh Hammer, Alfred Collins, not numbered, but the cool-looking purple, kind of bluish purple parallel. Van Ginkel, Victor Cruz, Jacoby Myers, and J.J. McCarthy. And then our auto, we did get an auto finally. We got an auto coming up behind the next card. So Josh Hammer getting a nice parallel there. Let's see what we got going on. I'm just going to do this because we got behind Tesla, going out to Carl. Isaac Garendo on the signature marks. I think a second-year player, right? He was a rookie the year before. So Garendo going out to Josh Hammer and the Niners. And Tesla going out to Carl. So we did get a bonus auto in a sense. Like we weren't necessarily planning on that one. So he was kind of everywhere, wasn't he, for a while? Garendo. So congratulations, Josh. Yeah, I don't even know if he got any touches this year, hardly, even with all the injuries they had. I guess McCaffrey was pretty healthy this year, though. So, Josh, if I don't think you're here with us live, we'll roll the dice for you, and then we'll roll the dice for Roy after this one, too. Bomb Squad and a Marino for Jim. Mapu for the Patriots. McLaurin. Pink Mason Graham. Man, the Browns drafted so good this year. It's crazy. Purple Baron going out to the Broncos, and then Tremaine Edmonds. So, another one here for Ben. And then Greg picking up another pink card. Quinshon. Yeah, I love these Donruss Megas. They're just awesome. Like, obviously maybe not the best auto, not horrible, but not the best, but still an auto is an auto. And then so many parallels. They're super fun for the price. I think they're so much better than the blasters. The Browns are eaten. I just can't imagine who they're going to hire as a coach because Stefanski was awesome. took them to the playoffs with Joe Flacco a couple of years ago. I mean, had them winning games with Gabriel. It's a possibility the quarterbacks are irrelevant, but I think Mason Graham and Fannin and Schlesinger, like those guys are legit. They're going to be good for a while. So, all right, so let's jump to. I got to roll the dice. Here we go. First up, Roy O'Regan gets a 2 times. Oof, 1. So 1, 2 is a Luther Burden at a Bowman Chrome U. Going out to Roy. I agree with you. The quarterback's going to be irrelevant in 2 years, but I think the rest of the players, the skill players, will be good for a while. Oh, yeah, and Judkins, yeah. Sampson didn't show much when he got in there, but Judkins looked legit. So, okay, let's restock and then we'll roll. Okay, this one is for Josh Hammer. 4 times 3 is 12. So we're gonna... Okay, number 12. All right. Well, hopefully, Josh, you like this one. I think it's kind of cool. But it is a Ryan Urlacher press pass rookie card from the year 2000. University of New Mexico Urlacher rookie card. There was somebody talking about that. That'd be pretty crazy if they bring him in. Judkins is a good football name. It's like Jughead. Goodbye, ordinary-ish people. Tony, I thought you were disappearing. You're just a glutton for punishment in case we pull something cool. You don't want to miss out, huh? All right, let's jump to the Mosaic Mega this time. We'll keep with the Target theme. And thanks you guys again for filming this so quickly. I didn't really expect it to fill so quickly. And then obviously Latimer popping in and playing the last 6 teams was very helpful. So some of you that may have been thinking about grabbing a second team, all of a sudden they were gone. So thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. He's been fighting some health issues too. Oh, nice. 2, 4, 6. So you leave like in, oh no, not 10 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes. I think you're Central Time, aren't you? What's it like weather-wise in Oklahoma right now? I know you guys got a little bit of cold there for a while, but is it mild or not too shabby? Because this week we've had like the same temperatures as our friends in South Carolina. They moved to South Carolina to get more sunshine, and we've had almost a better winter than them. It's been crazy. And thank you guys again for your patience last night. I was really planning on it, and then everything happened and kind of changed plans. So set in for a week or two, and then it'll be gone. Hopefully, almost springtime then. Okay, so I love Mosaic. I do not like the yellow parallels. I like to call them the urine parallels. That's what they almost look like, just bright pea colored. This makes me sad because they're such good looking cards, and I don't love the yellow. But here we go: George Kittle, Donovan Jackson, Will Howard on a yellow, Devontae Adams on an Elevate, Brian Thomas Jr. on the Prism, Santana Moss, and Randy Moss. 74 and windy. That's still not too shabby though. At least you're out of the deluge. Like I think I told you before, we went on a cruise out of California for my son's midwinter break in February a few years back, and it was like 45 to 55 every single day. I'm like, this sucks. I thought we were coming to get warm weather. I say a few years ago. It's been 2019, so definitely a while ago. Jordan Addison, Taj Brooks on a silver going out to them Bengals, and Pete, nice. Tiki on a yellow, JJ McCarthy on a yellow, and Puka Puka on a mosaic silver. Hall of Fame Earl. So Puka Puka going out to Jim on the mosaic silver, Tiki Tiki for Blinky, and then Pete on the silver. JJ for Giuseppe. Yeah, they closed all the water slides on the cruise ship and everything because it was just so cold. We went to Catalina, down to Ensenada, and then a day at sea and then back. And it was still fun because food was good and everything. And my son was pretty young, so. Oh, that's awesome, George. That's super fun ripping with him. I didn't know your stepson was into cards too. That's cool. That's kind of fun if you have something to do together. All right, Josh Allen. It's a fun box to rip for a decent price too. John Elway, Walter Nolan for the Cardinals, Roma Dunze on a yellow. Oh, Kanata Mumpfield. He got a catch last week if I remember right. Going out to the Rams and Jim. Derwin James on a bang. Kid Reporter, Calvin Ridley, and Fairbairn for the Texans. Kaimi Fairbairn. That's how they get hooked though, right, George? We've all been there. You buy your first box or pack of cards, you get a one of one, or you hop in a break and get a one of one. Next thing you know, you're hooked and you're dropping thousands of dollars in the hobby. So to warn him, it's a slippery slope for sure. I love cards. I love breaking, even with other people. Before I ever just started doing my own thing, I was hopping with other breaks, but you just got to be careful because it's a slippery slope for sure. All right, Wes Chandler, Aronde Gadsden going out to Charges. Mark Brudeno, True Mosaic Silver for the Jags. Gabe Davis, Jags Yellow. Cam Ward, Notoriety, nice. Brazil Games, Jalen. Tyreek, and Jonathan Stewart. Oh, George. I don't know anybody divorced because of cards, but I know some marriages that were on the rocks because of cards. I've had guys message me back and be like, hey, I'm going to take a break for a while. My wife hates me. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea, dude. And I know how upset my wife got at times, so. All right, there we go, Jim. Little chop. Robinson on a silver. Mark Andrews for the Ravens and Hosby. Rich Gannon more for the Vikings. And then we got Jared Verse going out to Jim also on the True Mosaic. Danny White, haven't heard that name in a while. And then ED, Eric Dickerson. Not the other type of ED. Goodbye, ordinary-ish people. Yeah, that dart maybe not pay for the box, but it's definitely going to make it worth it. Between that and the Shador, he pretty much paid for the box, I would think. You could walk back into the hobby shop and offer to sell those cards back to him pretty much. I would think a dart pink to 75 would have probably a $50 value right now, maybe more. I was going through pricing, getting ready for the card show, and have a Drake May to 49 patch card, and it's been selling between $50 and $75. I was like, whoa, that's a little more than I expected. Isaiah Davis, Abdul for the Giants, nice one there for Blink. Matt Stafford on a yellow, Pat Bryant yellow, there we go. Jaden on an epic, Cam Ward again, and Ramondre. So Glidden getting another Cam Ward. Ben getting a nice yellow Pat Bryant. And then Stafford coming out for Jimmy Jennings. 114 on eBay. Heck yeah. Is that for the dart? And I'm sure the Shador, I would think the Shador's got to be close to that too. There we go. Nice. That's a good box. I mean, not great, but good. I'd have to say Donruss is in the lead so far. It is true, and I think that's why a lot of people enjoy breaks. Is it sucks to pay, let's say, a high team like $65 for the Giant, and they're not hitting very well today. But you do that on an average, you might have a better chance of getting your money back, But like the pink Travis Hunter, that's probably, I would think, a $20 card. So now you're halfway with the Jags. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's definitely a great box. Okay, so we're halfway through those. All right, let's open a little Prism. Let's make it interesting. The first parallel card we get will be our next prize. Oh, really? That's kind of fun. That's either really good or really bad. It's a true one of one, though, right? Okay. 5 discos. Looking for silvers and autos, obviously, too. It's always weird because it didn't used to be this way. Only the last few years where you get the blasters before the hobby. It used to always be the hobby, and then a couple weeks later was the blasters. But that's something new I've noticed the last couple of years. It didn't used to be that way. All right, 2, 4, 6. But we're not going to say no to it. We'll take it. So we're going to go pack by pack until we get our first parallel. Oh, this looks a lot like, was it 2015 or 16 Prism? Looked very similar to this. Good looking cards, though. Dwayne Bowe. There's the first one. It's a Dolphin. Jimmy Jennings getting a Jordan Brooks. I miss this guy. He played good for the Seahawks. And then behind him, Shamar Stewart for the Bengals. Kid Reporter and Jamian Sherwood. I like when they release the Kid Reporters when it's too late to actually have a chance to win anything. That might be the selling point or the reason people leave the group, Jim. My singing might just turn people off, too. All right, Mr. Smart Aleck. Give me 2 numbers, Jim. You are a pleasure to have in the group, too, Jim. I appreciate everybody giving me a bad time. I love it. You guys all tease me as much as I tease you or give you a bad time. I'm going to keep opening the rest of it since we got our first prize. So 2 numbers from Jim for our first Sparkle card, Disco Prism. I think we get more than 5. We got 2 in the first pack, so maybe we'll get more. 13 and 19, all right. Yeah, nobody ever goes deep. I was kind of counting through the cards today. I'm like, man, nobody ever goes deep. Ooh, we're going to get our first patch, too. Heck yeah. So I should move that to the bottom. Well, I'm glad you guys like it, but I noticed that people join the group, do a break, and never come back. So I guess some people don't like it. Breaks in a show. All right, 13, 19. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, not the greatest this time. Sorry, Jim. All right, Jim, you have a Rookie Rising, J.J. McCarthy. Not too shabby, though. Depends if you believe in 9 or not. Or an old school Arnold Palmer from Pro Set. I like to throw in these random weird cards. 1991 Arnold Palmer. He's our weirdo. Thank you, George. George, I got you off of eBay like 2 or 3 years ago, and now you're hooked. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. It's not the greatest, Jim. Sorry this time. Arnold Palmer or a J.J. McCarthy. J.J., okay. Arnold Palmer goes back in there. Some people like Hosby love the weird cards, so. Well, you kind of have to like him because your name is Jim Jennings before you're a JJ also, right? All right, Chop Robinson, DJ Giddens for the Colts. Cam Chancellor. Christian Gonzalez. Joe Burrow. Derek Harmon on a silver going out to the Steelers. Well, good job, Tony. That's awesome. George Arnold Bush. Jeffrey Simmons on the nice, not number, but nice prism disco. And a silver Steeler for Giuseppe on Derek Harmon. And Giddens coming out for Giuseppe also. I was going to say Vanover, but he didn't get his team this time. So. Oh, that type of stuff. And I don't know. Wasn't it last year, a couple year backyard breaks, like cheated somebody out of like a really sick rookie? And I don't know how they're still in business. I can't remember. It was all on camera too, which is super weird. All right, Kid Reporter. Mark Andrews, Jerome Bettis, Carl Pickens, Josh Sweat, Tarheeb still not familiar with him, and then Carson Schlesinger on the disco rookie going out to Greg and the Brownies. Nice looking Schlesinger. Probably defensive rookie of the year is my understanding. I'm not familiar with Tarheeb still. Interesting. Tyler, what's up, brother? Have a good time next week or this weekend. I'm happy for you. As most people know, Tyler's brother is one of the coaches at Indiana University. So that's who I'm rooting for this weekend. I do like Miami, but I'm rooting for Indiana. So that sucks, Tony. That's ridiculous. Tyler, you're here. You can give me a guess for an auto if you want to. All right, Shaheed. Derek Harmon base. Maxwell Hairston on the disco. Prismatic Abdul Carter. Nice looking card there for the Giants. Jaden Daniels and Kevonta Turpin. I think most of the country is going to be rooting for, well, there's going to be a few Miami fans, but a lot of people love the underdog. So, even though they're not really the underdogs anymore, but traditionally they have been an underdog. So, I'm rooting for Indiana. It has nothing to do with the money I put on them. No, I'm just kidding. Nice one there for the Bills and Billy. And Abdul Carter coming out for Blink. We haven't gotten any. This is the first giant rookie we've pulled, so it's a little thin for Blinky so far. I'm sure that'll change, though. All right, we're going to our patch. First one coming up here behind the Packers, Matthew Golden rookie, is Josh Allen. Prism Premier patch card going out to Billy Hines. Not sure if you're still here, Billy, but if you are, give me a number for a prize. Oh my gosh, yeah, he looked like he was crazy. That was pretty funny. Matthew Golden. Bill was here a minute ago. I'm not sure if he still is. That's too thick for a Hyundai. That's got to be 138. Woohoo! Oh, well, if you get a chance to text me some numbers, Billy, that'd be awesome. That's a nice looking silver patch for Josh too. His cards hold great value. Just obviously locally they're even worth. One more if you don't mind, Billy. I do two numbers and then I can announce what they are and you pick which one you want. So 17 and one more, please. What's funny is that patch is probably worth more than the Garendo auto. All right, 17 and 12. Let's look those up and see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, you know what? Kind of couple older rookie cards. So hopefully I'll describe them to you, Billy Hines. We got a Jordan Love at a Contenders Draft Picks rookie card game day ticket, or a Calvin Johnson at a Topps 2007 exclusive Walmart card. So it's definitely a rookie card. It's a Topps Calvin Johnson rookie card, or a Jordan Love game day ticket rookie card. Those are your two choices, Billy. Depends if you believe in Jordan Love or Calvin Johnson more. Johnson for sure. I kind of figured. Megatron. All right, my brother just called to ask about my mom, so I'm going to update him really quick, and then I'll jump into the next box. So my apologies. I got to text him real quick. That's a cool card. I found that in a dollar box at my hobby shop, and I was like, heck yeah, that's a super fun one to throw in the break. Especially a rookie like that. And then to find out that they were Walmart exclusive, I need to go back and see if he's got any more in there in some boxes. I grabbed that one, and then I grabbed myself a Marshawn for myself. Megatron, it's funny. Like, I've always kind of liked the Lions anyway, but then I think about, like, probably my favorite running back of all time and one of my favorite receivers of all time. Both came from there. So, all right. Let's mix it up a little. Let's jump into the splat, and then we'll go to the other ones. Oh, I agree. It's let's do this right now. Tony, you still here? I want to make sure you're still here before we. In this case, I need to message you. Because this definitely has a chance for NIL. This has much more pro people than NIL, but it still has a few NILs in here. So, I have no idea what to expect from these. It says 5 numbered cards with a 50% chance of an auto. They were on sale around Christmas. I was sitting at home watching games. Yeah, exactly. But at least St. Brown and Gibbs are going to the playoffs. So, congrats now to Tony. The next box is going to be very Tony prevalent. So, all right. And there's no like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like they used to do with some of them. So it's not like the fake 5. So somebody's going to get something cool out of here. I'm going to say it right now. This checklist is all cool stuff for the most part. The other one definitely has some NILs nobody's ever heard of. So first one out. Well, congrats, Tony. Holy smokes, that's a good one. I should get one of these to open after the draft next year because somebody will be very happy. This doesn't go to the Raiders yet. Sorry, Harlan Benner. 3 out of 5, Fernando Mendoza. Congratulations, Tony. You were right, George. That's a good one. It's a good start right there. Jake Delhomme. I love Jake Delhomme. I love that Panthers team that lost to the Patriots. Him and Jonathan Stewart. All right, there we go, Texans. Matt Bellinger getting a little Jaden Higgins, 1 out of 3. That's a keeper for sure. Yeah, exactly. That Mendoza's awesome. A little snow globe action there for Jaden Higgins. Wow, I didn't expect a Mendoza to be the first card out. That's crazy. Tyler's going to be jealous of that one, too. Higgins is Nico, no kidding. There we go, Packers. Joe Desk getting a Jordan Love 2 out of 5 on the presents. Trying to fall over on me. Get back up there, you dirty rotten. Okay, just kidding. Okay, next one. Oh my gosh, Joe again with the Packers. 3 of 5, Matthew Golden. Holy smokes, Joe Eaton with the Packers. Courtney didn't get anything last break. Now there's 2 Packers cards coming out. Okay. And then the last one. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's going to sell that one, unfortunately, Tyler. Oh, of course. Joe always said Billy Hines has a horseshoe up his ass because he always jumps and breaks and does really well. It's been a while, but here he is again. Josh Allen, 1 of 1 on the snow, the Christmas or the tree behind him. He already gets the Josh Allen patch. He's like, let's just keep it going. Josh Allen, 1 of 1 out of the splat. The one time Joe doesn't get the Bills. He even says that. He's like, whenever Billy beats me, he's like, oh, Billy's going to kill it. Congratulations, buddy. Nice card. You're going to get fired. Are you screaming? Obviously, these aren't worth the same as like a 1 of 1 out of Panini, but that's a pretty sick looking card. He's just screaming and yelling back there. I love it. We'll just put that one up front for a little bit because that's too pretty to put aside. Congratulations, buddy. That's awesome. Okay. Well, that was fun. We didn't get the auto, so you know what that means. The Mendoza is 3 out of 5. And these, if you're going to sell it, I hate to say it, but now's the time because the minute starts, more stuff comes out of them that'll be worth less. These will. So that's what I found. I got a bunch of CJ Stroud out of wild card, and the prices have plummeted. So if you wanted to sell it, but it's such a cool looking card. I mean, I'd hang on to it. I mean, for me, just because it'd be fun to hang on to, you know. So. George. But that's just a fun Friday night, though. All right, I don't think I've opened a Walmart Donruss mega box, so let's see. Red wave parallels in these ones, so a little bit different looking. Well, Giuseppe did good in there. A little bit of love for Tito. I don't think it pays for his NIL spot, but it definitely start working towards it. And then Bellinger getting the Texans one, the Jaden Higgins, which I do agree. I think he looks really good, and with Collins out, he's going to get some touches this week. I was shocked how good Captain Kirk looked last week for the Texans. 4, 5, 6. So. I love Billy saying he's going to get fired. Oh, that's funny. Maybe half, yeah. If you wanted to sell it, that might pay for half. That's definitely a good start. That's one of the ones you're definitely chasing. We'll see. I don't know. So far, it doesn't look as good as the Target ones. This will be a deciding factor because the Walmarts are always out of here, but another place sells the Walmart ones. So right now I've been buying up the Target ones like crazy because I just love them. They're so fun to rip. So many cool parallels. Okay, here we go. Jaden Daniels, Vita Vea, Tez Johnson. There we go. Boom, never mind. Wowzers. Let me know if you want that in a one-touch, Greg. That is awesome. Shedeur Sanders auto coming out right away. Never mind, I guess the Walmart one's better. Let me see. Because it's not a prism, I don't mind throwing that in a one-touch. Make sure I have some. Must be a Shedeur say. Your son? Oh, really? You got one from Temu? I didn't even know they were selling that. That's crazy. I thought it would have like fake names in there, like Tavis Hunter instead of Travis Hunter. All right, we're going to go ahead and one-touch it. I don't know if Greg's still here. That's what I'd be afraid of if I bought boxes from Temu. Tavis Hunter and it says like just fake names. Jose Allen, all that type of stuff. That's cool. That's awesome. Well, look at that, Greg. Congratulations, buddy. Ryan Latimer getting a little Tez Johnson love. That's to know. I've been scared to order from them. Hunter Travis plays for the Rags. Well, Greg, if you pop back in, if you say anything, you might not be able to, but if you do, you get a prize. So, all right, instant on a McLaurin. Nice looking card. I love those instant cards. Golden Tate, Kyle Pitts, Jalen Noel pink, Jack Sawyer red. Nice looking card for the Steelers. I like Jack Sawyer. Stephon, excuse me. Kid Reporter and J.K. Dobbins. Nice pink going out to the Texans. I keep seeing those advertisements. I was always scared to buy them. Now I know it's legit. That's cool. All right, that's so cool. I can't believe we pulled a Shedeur auto. We got a Mendoza numbered 1/1 Josh Allen, Shedeur Sanders auto, Josh Allen patch, nice pink Travis Hunter. We got a good break going, guys. All right, Darius Davis on a green, Mason Taylor rookie for the Jets, White Hot rookies Tyler Warren for the Colts. Nice. Caden Ellis, TJ Watt, pink Jaden Higgins, and a rookie revolution Tyler Shock. There we go. Saints action coming out for Vanover on the rookie revolution. Higgins for Bellinger, and then Giuseppe on the White Hot rookies. What? It shrunk in the heat on the flight over, bud. Temu was a big deal. Like when I was working at UPS, we were shipping so much Temu for a while, and then all of a sudden it just dried up. So I don't know if people. There was rumors that they were stealing your information and all kinds of stuff. So I think a lot of people kind of got scared to keep going with them, but I don't know. I didn't want to get political. I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, yeah, it seems like a lot of the way they package stuff made me nervous. Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, Jason Taylor, Richard Todd, Arian Smith, nice card. Green, there we go. Jackson Dart joining the party. Nice. And then Kyle Williams and the rookies going out to Roy. Love that card. Luke Kuechly, Darius Davis, pink Jalen Walker, Nico Collins, and Zach Bond. There we go, Roy. Getting you a couple good cards coming out. Beautiful Jackson Dart going out to Blinky on the green. We'll mix that with the Bears for now. Jalen Walker, he looked pretty good. That Falcons defense, they drafted some studs, and I feel like if they get the right coach, I actually think they're one of the better openings for that. I guess Stefanski goes there. That team could be good fast. Kyle Williams. And a pretty easy division, too. All right, Jordan Addison, Brock Bowers, Tyler Booker for Struble. Quinn Ewers, there we go, Jim. And then Saquon on Action All-Pros. Quincy Williams, L'Jarius Sneed, and a Andrew Makuba. Say hello to my little friend. Saquon Barkley, and Quinn Ewers. So nice. Quinn Ewers coming out for Jimmy Jennings. A couple nice cards coming out here for Greg for the Eagles. The Saquon Auction All-Pros and the Makuba. I am Makuba. It's a cool last name. I like it. Okay. Sammy Laporta, John Jefferson, Terrell Owens, Darnell Mooney. We got a green Ayuk for Josh. Tyler Warren. Aiden Hutchinson on the press proof. Matthew Golden on the throwback. Then Mark Brunell. So nice card here for Carl. On the Gridiron Kings Aiden. Tyler Warren. And the throwback Golden going out to Giuseppe. I know, one Tet so far is all we've gotten. I don't think we haven't even gotten a Scourton or anything for you, George. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Right, Bucky Irving, Puka, William Andrews, Jonathan Mingo, Derek Carr, Luther Burden for the Bears, Oladejo for the Titans, Matthew Golden on an Elite Series, Giuseppe, Levante David, Daniil Hunter, There we go. You called for, you got it. Nice one. Pink Tet McMillan coming out. Gorgeous optic preview. Eli Manning and Vinny Testaverde. You also get that. There you go. See? You also got a Vinny Testaverde card. That's going to make the break right there for you, George. But a gorgeous looking pink Tet. That's a nice one. Oladejo and Luther Burden. Little mini bear stack. Panthers. You got already one Tet. That makes two Tets at least. There you go, Squeaky. We have the oil. Chris getting that one, and then Giuseppe getting the golden. Once again, Greg, if you pop back in, you got a prize. So let me know otherwise we'll roll the dice for you. Man, I guess technically Walmart Donruss wins because that's a pretty sick auto. Whew, that's awesome. All right, Greg. Well, you got this. I went ahead and put it in a one touch. I hope that's okay. And then I'm going to have to switch sleeves because it looks like there's a little dent in the dimple in the sleeve. But you get a prize. So 2 numbers, please. So we're going to do something weird. Like I said, we're going to do the extra after the last hobby, and we're going to decide 1 and 36. Okay. 1. I like it when you do that. Okay, so 36 is a Nico Collins to 299 or an O'Marion Hampton Donruss throwback. So the numbered Nico or the O'Marion. Nobody did guess Sanders for an auto, did they? 299. Okay. You can't do it now, Scott. We got Will Howard. We got Malachi Tet, Tyreek, Travion, Breeze, Milrow, Bryant, Ty, everybody but just about. You were thinking you get a Halloween pack. You know what, George? I'll throw you a Halloween pack. That's close enough, right? Okay, so like I said, we're going to do the last prize out of the other box. Whatever we do as an extra, whatever it'll be, Blaster, Mega, or Pack. So no matter what, it'll be a pack. But depending on how the other box is, how much of it goes to Tony, that will decide whether or not it's a Mega or Blaster. Okay. Empty box. 2, 4, 6. And if we get a patch out of here, we'll do a prize out for that too. How about that? If we get a patch, we'll do a prize. So we've actually gotten very few patches today because we're getting all these autos, which are awesome. I just can't believe we pulled a Shador. That's so cool. I will say there's a chance Giuseppe has made some sort of voodoo doll of Billy Hines since Billy got the 1-of-1 Josh Allen. So I'm not sure. I'm just, it wouldn't surprise me. Doesn't look like we got a patch out of here. So probably out of the extra, there's a chance we'll get one. All right, Xavier Legette, Tyja Spears on True Mosaic Silver, Kyle Van Noy on a purple, and Jackson Dart purple? And then Garrett Wilson on the True Mosaic Silver. That's crazy, George. Okay, Garrett Wilson. There we go. Like I said, I haven't opened any of the Um, Walmart Megas. And I haven't seen these purple. That's cool looking. So all of a sudden, Blinky's doing good now with the purple and the green. Purple Nurple. Jackson Dart. First, I thought they were like autos because they're backwards. I think it's just the way they pack the Walmart boxes. That's cool looking though. And Van Noy for Hosby. Okay, let's keep it going. Demario Davis, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Nubin, Jalen Lane, Purple Jamal, not numbered for the Falcons, Jaden Daniels, and then Drake May again coming out for the Patriots. Exact kids don't eat, but we got a Scattaboo rookie. And the next card out we'll just do too. We got RJ Harvey rookie coming out for Ben. Scabadoo! Scabadoo! Hey, boo boo. Okay. All right, Justin Fields, Jordan Love, Silver Big Ben, Dawson Knox on the purple for the Bills, Billy, Puka Puka, Jamian Sherwood, Audric Estime, and Chris Godwin. Dawson Knox for Billy, Big Ben coming out of silver for Giuseppe. Who do you think is going to be the coach for the Steelers? I just can't imagine anybody, I mean, I'm sure they'll pick a young guy like they usually do. All right, Marquise Brown, Tyler Booker, Jared Goff on a pink, Kyle McCord pink, nice. Elevate Egbuka and James Conner. So Kyle McCord coming out for the Eagles, Jared Goff for Carl, Booker coming out for Scotty. Patullo? Why do you hate the Steelers? I think Stefanski's great. That'd be a good pickup. Patullo. I think Stefanski could be at one of those two jobs. But they like to get unknown guys, especially in Pittsburgh. Because I mean, I heard rumors of Shula and Minter. Is that the right one? I think so. All right, Pickens. Oh, Patullo looked so bad. I'm somebody's going to pick up the Seahawks OC. I think Troy Franklin, T.J. Hawkinson on a silver, Theo Johnson on a purple nurple, Gunnar Helm purple, and Brock Bowers in the True Mosaic silver. So Gunnar Helm going out to Glidden. When during that game, when like he calls a play and everybody looks like at each other like, really, this is what we're calling? So I thought that was a bad sign for Patullo. I listen to a lot of podcasts that feature like Philly guys, especially like on Pardon My Take, and man, they were just like livid with him all season. But that's what the Eagles do. They get a good OC, he leaves for a job, then they bring in somebody else. So, all right, Colston Loveland, nice for the Bears. Will Lutz, Devon A-Chain, Egbuka back again, and then Sammy D on a purple for them Seahawks. So excited and a little bit nervous. I'm just trying not to be overconfident. I mean, ideally, as a Seahawks fan, I would love to play the Bills in the Super Bowl because then if we lose, I'll still be somewhat happy. if we go to the Super Bowl and lose to like the Broncos or I don't know, even the Patriots, it would kind of be so sad. All right, Frank Gore, Abdul Carter, Kid Reporter, Wes Welker as a Charger, and Jeff Blake finishing up. So definitely, you would say that Donruss kicked Mosaic's butt today on cards. Much better cards coming out of Donruss than out of Mosaic today. So, okay, so we're to our final box, but it's not our final box because we're going to have some extras either way. So we've got 8 autos coming out, 2 mythical, 6 regular, and 6 base. So what I'm saying is, if 6 or more of these autos are for NFL players past and present, we get a pack. If it's 4, we get a blaster. If only 2 or less come out, it's another mega and a pack. So Tony's hoping for the most for him, obviously. You guys saw that though, but empty. Here's our box. They are all in another container. These look like 55, 59s. So getting the top loaders ready. First card out, almost positive, is NIL. Derek Zammit. Never heard of him. Numbered 1 of 1. High school player. Numerous Division I offers. So he'll win the NFL in 3 to 5 years. Derek Zammit. It's Zammit, damn it. 4,500 yards and 48 touchdowns. So Derek Zammit, 1 of 1. Wait 3 or 4 years. Exactly, damn it, Zammit. I was thinking the same thing. So Tony picking up that guy. This one's kind of cool. It says Panthers. Numbered 1 of 1 also. This one, Jim Covert, Valiant Spirit. That's kind of cool. Hall of Fame offensive lineman going out to the Bears and Greg Reese. 1 of 1 Valiant Spirit. Awesome offensive lineman. He was on that Super Bowl team. Did the Super Bowl shuffle. So congratulations to Greg. Greg's having a pretty solid break. That's for sure. Yep, they were legit. They might be legit again. I don't know. We'll see. They beat the Rams this weekend. I'll be happy. Going out, back out, 1 of 1, Nick Sirianni. Going out to, once again, Greg Reese, this time on his Eagles. Congratulations. 2 1 of 1s coming out for you. Different Valiant Spirit cards. That's pretty cool. Next one, not an auto either, but gorgeous looking card. Whoa. Purely heroic. Earl Campbell, 1 of 1. That is gorgeous. Brown's going to eat. Did you see what you got? Did you see your 2 1 of 1s, Greg? Or birds? Oh, okay. That is awesome. Earl Campbell going out to the Tennessee Titans. And Chris Glidden, congratulations, buddy. Well, Jim, pretty cool one here. Also 1 of 1 on the purely heroic Larry Zonka. Old school cracked ice. Gorgeous card going out to Mr. Jim Jennings on his Dolphins. Congratulations, buddy. That's pretty awesome. Larry Zonka. Okay. I'm going to take all these out real quick. Pretty sure the next one, I'm going to look it up real quick. Just want to make sure I have everything lined up here. Okay. Dylan Jones, 1 of 1. From the Cuse, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Dylan Jones, looks like Nebraska. I can't tell quite exactly. I was looking up something else, and so I got distracted. Let's look it up here. Dylan. Spelled his name weird, so D-I-L-I-N. Played for the Badgers. He's in the transfer portal. Okay. That makes sense. The coloring looks like. Well, I'm sorry, Greg, but the joy is going to keep on going if that's okay with you. Going back out, Jim Covert on the purely heroic auto. Also a 1 of 1. Okay, this box is seeming more and more worth it with all these 1 of 1s. This is crazy. So congratulations. All of a sudden, the Bears are eating really well. 1 of 1, 2 different 1 of 1 Jim Covert. So a lot of Bears fans would love those cards. Okay. Emmett Moorhead, 1 of 1. I'm pretty sure that's NIL. Think of the children. Emmett Moorhead. It almost looks like Florida State, but I'm not positive. It's a good-looking product. I just wanted to see how much NIL is in here. So, thank you, George. I was thinking he was. So he's got Zammit, Dammit, Colin Jones, and now his first auto, Emmett Moorhead. Minnesota and BC. Oh, that's the BC colors. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, George. Next up, also I'm pretty sure NIL, also 1 of 1. Demarius Davis. I cannot. I mean, it looks almost like Cincinnati Bearcats colors, kind of, maybe. I know NIL and Bears pretty much. 1 Eagles card. Oh, and the Dolphins. 1 Dolphins card, too. That's all they bought rights for is the Bears and NIL. So going back out to Tony, a 1 of 1. I'll look up to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I never heard of him. So Colin Hurley, that looks like LSU colors, 1 of 1. No wonder this box was so expensive. Can't find him? Okay. Colin Hurley. I mean, that definitely is LSU colors, but it could be a different team. Thank you for looking, George. Appreciate it. This one, I'm not positive. I think he's college also. I've heard this name. I don't think he's in the pros yet. Deuce Knight. 1 of 1, flash of color. Michigan transfer now. Okay. So Tony's definitely got his money's worth out of this box. Not the biggest names, but some players that could be huge later. Deuce Knight, I've heard this name before. Ole Miss via Auburn. Okay. One more. I know this guy's a big deal. Lamar Bo Jackson. 1/1 from Ohio State. These kids all change schools so much, it's hard to keep track of all of them. Thanks, you guys. Lamar Bo Jackson. Another 1/1. Second to last one, Chris Denson on the Mythical. 1/1 Mythical, Chris Denson. That looks like Florida colors or Syracuse. No, Syracuse doesn't have the purple. Who else can have the purple with the orange? That looks cool, though, with the dragon behind it. I think we did, because everything's been a 1/1, isn't it? Clemson, there you go. Yeah, every single one's been a 1/1. So definitely a hot box. Unfortunately, not much NFL. I mean, we've gotten, 3, 4, 5 cards, all NIL, but none of the autos. Well, let's finish it with one NFL auto. It shows a Colts uniform, but Marshall Faulk played longer for the Rams. It says nowhere on here Rams or Colts. So I'm sorry to Giuseppe, but it will go to the Rams. Marshall Faulk on the Mythical 1/1 going out to Jim Jennings. I had to convince Jim to take the Rams. I think he's happy now. Marshall Faulk, Jim Jennings. 1/1 Mythical auto. That's crazy. Everyone was a 1/1. That's awesome. Okay. So what's that mean? We only got one NFL. Well, okay, we got 2 NFL autos out of that. So what's that mean? We get Colts 94 to 98. Yeah, and then he was 4 years with them and 7 years with the Rams. So the longest time he was with the Rams. It is a Colts uniform. You're right. But it does not say Colts or say Indianapolis anywhere on it. I will give Giuseppe some break credit as an apology for this, but I have to go with my own rules because it does not say NFL anywhere on there. So he was with the Rams definitely longer. So when it doesn't say anything, I have to go with with the rules I put out there years ago. So it does show a pro uniform, but I mean, it doesn't say Colts or Indy or anything on there, so I have to go with it. I apologize to Giuseppe, and I'll talk with Joe later. He knows kind of how it goes, and I feel bad for him because it definitely was with the Rams longer. And I'll give Joe some break credit as an apology for that. It is kind of how it sucks the way it goes. Okay, let's go with a mega and a pack. What do I got for packs? I don't have any packs. Yeah, exactly. It does suck. I feel bad because it does definitely. It looks like Colts, but it doesn't say it anywhere. And he definitely played for the Rams longer. So, okay. So the pack of Donruss. Oh, those dual auto dice drops are rough. I've had that happen to me. I've been the winner and I've been the loser on one. The worst is when it's like 2 stars and a no name, and the no name spot wins. I had one. It was a triple patch. It was like C.J. Stroud, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, and then like a defensive player that didn't do anything in the NFL, and the defensive player spot won. I was like, well, that's rough. All right, Jason Taylor, Richard Todd, J.K. Dobbins, Jaden Daniels, Vita Vea, Jordan Addison, Brock Bowers, Jonathan Mingo, Tyler Boyd. Oh, blue, Eric Ayamanor, Donovan Jackson, Terrence Ferguson, Justin Herbert, and then a Ty Felton blue parallel going out to the Vikings. Joe's been with me long enough. He knows how the rules go. He'll be sad, I know, but I think he'll be very understanding. He always has been. So I'm sorry, Giuseppe. But congratulations going out to Jim. All right, McNabb, Hushman Zada, Byron Murphy, Josh Jacobs, Dwayne Bowe, Alexander Madison, Mapu, Estime on a blue, Road to the Super Bowl, going out to Brian Robinson Jr. and the Commanders, Boomer Esiason, Will McDonald, Troy Franklin, Kaime Fairbairn, Breece Hall, Christian Watson, and Edgerrin James. Move some stuff so we got space for the mega. So that didn't do much, unfortunately. Didn't add a lot there with the pack. That's why we're throwing in a mega. One auto or patch. Last card out of this box will be a prize. But congratulations, Tony. You did very good on the NL spot, especially with that Mendoza and the Bo Jackson. And then the quarterbacks, we just don't know. They could be awesome. Glenn did good with the Titans. Jim did very good with his 2 teams. And Greg doing pretty good with his 3 teams. So, but I figured this was the most fair way. Is if it was too much NIL, then I will throw in more product, make it up to the rest of you that bought teams. The splat was definitely fun. And now the next time we have a splat box, it should have an auto. Timo Tony. That's not nice. Timo Tony sounds like somebody that's no good. That's a good way to end your week on a Friday heading home from work, though, Tony. I know it. Well, yeah, these are the type of boxes that you have a good chance, though. I mean, that Falk and Covert, I mean, those could have easily been Emmitt Smith, so superhero in your world. Sorry, Scotty, but you hit good with the Lions last time. That worked out good for you, picking up a different team. So we're going to save the last pack for our last prize. I had another guy reach out to me because he wanted that NIL spot, and I told him how much it was going to be, and he's like, no, I'm out. And then I think he might be a little sad he didn't do it now. All right, Terrell Owens, Geno Stone, Jack Beck, Derek Harmon on a green, Elite Series Micah, Ty Johnson, Christian Kirk, Luther Burden. There we go. More love for the Bears on the red. Christian Watson, Edgerrin James, and Drake May, not Derek. All right, so more love for the Bears. A little bit for the Steelers and Giuseppe. Hopefully these boxes help out a few of you guys. There's your Dallas card. That's the one you don't want almost now. All right, Najee on a green. Pat Bryant going out to Ben. I'll get that top loaded. There we go. Finally a Seahawks card. White Hot Rookies, Jalen Milroe. I haven't opened much of these Walmarts. That's kind of a cool card. I haven't seen that one yet. Fred Warner, Demarcus Robinson, Quinshawn, and a Vortex Harvey. There we go, Ben. A nice retail hit. RJ Harvey on the Vortex for Ben. First time breaking with us in a while. It's been about a year or more. And then Milroe for Andrew. Goodbye, ordinary-ish people. It's been a fun break, though. We've got some super cool cards. Obviously, you hope for a little less NIL. I want it to be like a 50-50. But I'm very happy for Tony, and I'm super excited we got a hot box because every card we did pull was a 1 of 1, which is super cool. All right, Troy Franklin, Kaime Fairbairn, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Algier, Kalel Mullings. Our patch is more love for Greg. Kyle McCord on the Phenom patch card. Syracuse stud, Kyle McCord. I was hoping they might give him a chance to play a little bit in that last game. Oh, you got a pink Tet, George, and a pack? Things are looking up. It's all George in the end now. Kyle McCord. Patch card for the Eagles. We got DK on a bomb squad. JOK. Howie Long. Pink Jack Beck. And more love for the Brownies. Shedeur Sanders on the red optic preview. Nice card. I'm going to move Josh back over here with the other Josh. Funk. Zonka. We'll put the double the pinks. George of the Hamster Jungle. Pretty solid break for those Brownies, man. That's awesome. Greg, this is the best break you've had in a while, buddy. Breece Hall, Kid Reporter, Trey Tucker, Kurt Warner, Scattaboo finally coming out for the Giants, Breshell Toot coming out for the Patriots, for the Jaguars, Evans on a gridiron, and then Penix on a throwback for the Falcons. Chris Jones, Joe Horn, Nick Bonito, and Justin Jefferson. So a little love for the Bucks, a little for the Jags. Finally, a Scattaboo coming out for the Giants, and then a throwback Penix. Almost done, guys. Let's keep moving these back and forth between the Jags and the Raiders. All right, finishing up this stack, and then we'll do our last pack. Tony Dorsett, Jalen Hurts, Jahad Campbell, Egbuka on a green. There we go, Buccaneers. Dominators on a Garrett Wilson. Michael Penix, Derwin James, Pink, Xavier Watts, another good young player for the Falcons. EJ Speed, and Luke Musgrave. The Bucs getting a little love here at the end. Definitely the Broncos getting some love with that Vortex. Helping out a few teams here at the end. A little more love for the Brownies with the Shedeur and the Jags. Okay, last pack, last card will be our last prize. Alvin Kamara, Jaden Reed. We got a green Kyler Murray, Benjamin Morrison for the Bucs, Jeff Saturday on the Legend Series. Oh, there's your new head coach. No, Carl Eller, Zay Flowers. We got a pink Loveland. More love for the Bears. John Jefferson and Ricky Pearsall for the 49ers, our last card. So I'll roll the dice for Josh. He's either sleeping or working. I know he works a lot of super early mornings at the airport. More love for the Bears and Mr. Reese. So I'm going to roll the dice, and then I'll do a recap. Thanks, you guys. Congratulations to our big hitters, Tony, Greg, Jim, and that's about the biggest one. Oh, and Billy. Yeah, it was the Eagles patch, Kyle McCord. 4 times 1 is card 4. Yeah, not the greatest patch. 4. All right, so Jalen Noel on the red parallel going out to Mr. Josh Hammer. Josh got an auto also, not the player he's hoping for, but well, that was a fun box. I'm torn if I want to get another one. They're definitely kind of spendy. It has to keep that NIL spot obviously pretty high, but as we can see, it was worth it for the NIL spot and helped out a few other guys. So I'm going to do a recap. You guys are welcome to stay or take off. Up to you. I appreciate you all being here. appreciate you all. You guys have a great day. Thank you, guys. Yes, congrats to our hitters. Sorry for those that didn't. There's a good chance you might get a Halloween pack. You never know. Everybody very much enjoy the playoffs. Unless you're a Niners fan, sorry, I don't want you to enjoy them. But if you're not, then I hope you enjoy the playoffs. That's just my little caveat. Bucks had almost nothing, and then they came on strong at the very end there. I mean, not huge, but a couple nice cards at the end. I would love Seahawks Bills. That'd be so awesome. Like I said, I'd be sad if the Seahawks lost, but I'd be so stinking happy for Bills fans that I'd be okay if we lost that, just because I'd just be so happy for Bills fans. I feel like they just deserve it, I guess you'd say. So they've been through so much. I remember cheering for them against the Giants when they forgot to do laces out, and so. Go. Right there. Rams, Colts, Tet. Okay. Okay. Man, a lot of teams did really good, actually. So. Yeah, it's hard to figure out who did the best because a lot of teams did pretty dang good. Okay, there's the first stack. It's got to be first place. No kidding, right? I just hope Darnold does good. I'd feel bad for him if not. So, okay. Vikings, not much for you this time, Giuseppe. Sorry, buddy. We got a Ty Felton blue. Seahawks, not much either, but a white hot rookies, Jalen Milroe. You did good in the last one. Sorry, not this one, Andrew. Same with the Lions, not much. Great last break, not much this one. You got a test on a couple parallels is all for you. There was one card at the beginning that was Lions. I don't know what happened to that. Okay, Kyle Williams on the rookies and a Hunter Henry to 299 going out to the Patriots, and Roy. A couple other nice parallels along the way. Tet McMillan on a throwback and a pink going out to George. White hot rookies, Tyler Warren base, and then a green Giddens. Tyler Shuck, one base, and a rookie Revolution is all for the Saints. Sorry, Vanover. Egbook on an Elevate, a base, and then a beautiful green press proof for the Buccaneers. For Latimer, Jalen Walker on a pink, and Xavier Watts on a pink going out to Bellinger. Bengals, Giuseppe getting a Taj Brooks silver, and then Shamar Stewart on the disco rookie. Steelers and Giuseppe, Will Howard on a P yellow, Derek Harmon on a silver, Jack Sawyer on a red, and a Derek Harmon green, all going out to the Steelers and Giuseppe. Pretty nice break for Ben. First time back today. Barron on the blue optic. Pat Bryant on a yellow. RJ Harvey base, and a Vortex RJ Harvey. Nice card there. All right, Raiders. And Harlan Banner, Jack Beck on a pink twice. Ashton Genty on a green once, and then a silver contours Ashton Genty. Nice looking card there. Texans and Matt Bellinger, Jaden Higgins on a pink, Jalen Noel on a pink, and then Jaden Higgins, 1 of 3. For the Jags, Mike Carolama's Tootin on a green, Travis Hunter base, Hunter on a different base, and then a pink Travis Hunter. Nice break. Nice card there. And then Blinky on the Giants, Prismatic Abdul Carter, Cam Scattaboo base, Abdul Carter notoriety, green Jackson Dart, and a purple Jackson Dart. So a couple nice parallels to make it halfway decent for you. All right, going out next to the Eagles. Andrew Makuba on a red, Callum McCord on a purple, Callum McCord patch card, and a Nick Sirianni 1 of 1 Valiant Spirit. Going out to the Bills and Billy Hines, Maxwell Hairston on a disco rookie, Josh Allen patch card, and a Josh Allen 1 of 1 splat card. Nice looking card. All right, Giuseppe on the Packers, Matthew Golden base card, Matthew Golden Elite Series, Matthew Golden throwback, Matthew Golden 3 of 5, and a Jordan Love 2 of 5. Going out to the Bears in gray grease, Colston Loveland on a base card, Colston Loveland on a pink, Burden on a base, Burden on another base, Burden on a red optic, Colston Loveland on a pink optic, Jim Covert rookie 1 of 1 on the Valiant Spirit, and then a heroic auto 1 of 1. Good job, Greg. That's two of your teams in the top 6 probably. And then the Niners and Josh Hammer's getting the Alfred Collins optic preview and a Grendo auto. Jim Jennings getting the Quinn Ewers green and the 1 of 1 Larry Zonka. Chris Glidden getting the Gunnar Helm purple. Oladejo green, Cam Ward base, Cam Ward notoriety, Elite Series Ian Minor, Red Hot Rookies Cam Ward, Jeffrey Simmons disco, and an Earl Campbell 1 of 1 heroic. Nice job, Chris. Love that Campbell. Going back out to Jim Jennings, Terrence Ferguson on a green, Mumfield on a yellow, and a 1 of 1 Marshall Faulk auto. And probably first place today is a Shedeur Sanders on a red, Junkins on a pink, Schlesinger on a disco, Graham on a pink, Judkins on a pink, Shedeur Sanders, and a Shedeur Sanders green auto. Not numbered, but awesome. Going out to Greg Reese. Awesome break, guys. Thank you guys all so much. Probably drop baseball tomorrow. We got the select hobby in, so that'll be fun. So chase some autos and some rookies. Thanks you guys again for helping Phil. Appreciate you all very much, and everybody have a wonderful day.